Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool. We've got kind of a odd one today. I was actually thinking of trying to build out a vintage tool roll because I've got a bunch of old tools that I just love using, but I thought it might be neat to kind of consolidate them and then just see what it's like. I mean, almost like going back in time. So I haven't decided what to do with that project yet. But in the meantime, I stumbled on a video that I cannot find anymore. And I thought it was Tools and Twisties. But anyway, what he had was, or what the creator had was this O-knife exploit mini tool roll, and he had loaded it up and turned out he had about 500 bucks worth of stuff in it. And I thought, you know, without doing something crazy like putting a diamond ring in it or something, I wonder what a bunch of EDC tools, just high quality ones, and I've got a bunch, if I just wrapped them all up, what that would come to. So I got my Olight exploit tool roll just like that one, and if you find the video, let me know. I'll put a link to it. I don't know if this is cheating or not, but I did put a Rovie Vaughn U4 Pro Plus carabiner on the outside because you can hang this. It does have some little loops down here, part of the snap. But anyway, let's get into it. And I was just going to go over it, and I was curious how much it would be. If you just put in nice stuff, including, snap-on tools and things like that, but in just a little tiny tool roll. So this is what I came up with. And these are all functional. They are not deliberately excessive, although this is probably the craziest, and what it is a fountain pen, titanium fountain pen. Not super expensive, but it's a joy to write with. So I'm going to go from one end to the other, and then we'll see what the total comes to. So first of all, on this end, I have got a County Com screwdriver. Nothing terribly exciting about that. It's about 35 bucks. Titanium, has the bits in the handle. This little excessive. This is just a titanium bolt action pen. This particular one is about $89, I think, $83 for this concept pen. I just wanted a nice titanium pen, kind of fun to play with. So some fidget stuff there. This is a concept stiletto. If you don't know about these things, they're kind of a unique device here. You can put this together. I guess that's on the other side. These things, not terribly expensive. The stilettos are about 69 bucks. And that's for this fancier one with kind of this titanium lightning look there. Set that off to be a little careful, and then of course the titanium pen. The fountain pen's 69 bucks and does have the glass breaker, so I'm kind of covering a bunch of bases here. Moving over, you got to have that bottle opener, little screwdriver. This is the Concept Primate, and the Primate is probably one of my favorite, of these just kind of single non-moving part multi-tools, and these are about 44 bucks. Titanium, super light, odds and ends in there. Benchmade. Thought I'd choose a good knife. The Benchmade here is the CLA, and it's got the G10 handle with Magna Cut, and these are $400 for an auto knife. So yeah, that's a big ask, but it's not ridiculous. I mean, I carry it every day. This is a County Com 4-inch adjustable wrench. These are about $99. Great size, always good to have an adjustable wrench, but I have a couple of other things. This is the Peachy tool. This is I think 119 bucks. Or no, this one's $89. I'm sorry. This is $89. It's got a knife. It's got a saw, small saw. Get to a bigger saw in a moment. Nail puller, some odds and ends, and I keep that with the Knipex small 125 plier wrench. And this guy is about 53 bucks. Another big one. This is the Surefire flashlight. This guy is the EDC DTF, T for turbo, so this is a single 123A battery. This guy here is on the pricier side. It's about $309 if you want the Desert Tan version. Let's go over here to the Titaner saw. This is $129. Worth every penny if you want a very nice titanium saw, and it does have an Olfa blade there. Pretty cool. Got to have your little snap-on pry bar. These are only about 16 bucks, $17. Chosen orange one. I would like also probably to have the pick, but that takes up a little bit more room. I don't know, and I've got a few other things that might work for that. Knipex Cobra, put this in not only because it's useful, but because everyone will say, where's your Cobra? Well, it's right here. This is the one I broke the top off playing around with it. I need to get that fixed. But anyway, these guys here, the Knipex is about 35 bucks. Now, let's get to some of the other tools. I'll pull all these out. What do we have here? Well, this is where the socket stuff is. First of all, I chose a Ratchet. This is the Snap-on TRF-72. It sells for about 163 bucks. It is the 1/4 inch folding flex head with lock, and fits nicely in here, especially because you can fold those down. What else? Well, I've got an extension here. This particular extension is the ITMX40, and it only is $27 drill in here. But this one, what I've got here is to fit onto that and run sockets. So that's how I challenged myself to, you know, adapt more to that 1/4 hex. And this little locking thing is the TM LPA4, and it's about $58 for one of these little guys. Now some crazy stuff. How about this? This is the Wobble Plus TM XWP1. It's about $20. Little 1/4 inch extension there. This guy here is the universal adapter with lock of Snap-ons, and this is the TMUL8, and it's about $67. And then this is a 10mm Koken socket swivel, and this guy here is about $32. Finish it off, I've got my 6, 8, 10, and 12 titanium sockets from TRO Designs, and this little guy here is $138. The cost of the tool rolls about 25 bucks. I've had to find it on eBay. I don't know if Olight still has them. But anyway, when I added this all up, it came to $2,010. So that's what you'd be in for if you wanted to just throw a whole bunch of little EDC tools together. If I thinned this out, yeah, I could cut the price probably in half. But honestly, a whole bunch of really good EDC tools. You know, these are two right here. You know, is a whole bunch of the money, but I thought it was just kind of fun just to see how fast this adds up. And what also is interesting is Tools and Twisties had a $2,000 tool bag, and I thought with, you know, a handful of Snap-on tools you can hit that pretty fast. But what I want to do now is then focus on putting together a vintage tool bag with everything just great but old. If you have thoughts on that or on this, or if you've assembled one and added it up, let me know what that came up to. It's just so easy with all these little kind of titanium trinkets or man jewelry or, you know, EDC wear to somehow let it pile up over the years till you've got you know, a down payment on a semester of college. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, and with that, Doc out.